So I thought after playing golf for 30 years, if you're daft enough, I should make a great architect. So I asked the question, what the freaking hell is that bunker doing there?
That's a big question. Right? We were talking about it yesterday, right?
Somebody had the map upside down. They said, put it, you know, it's meant to be up by that tree. Right, what else do you want to know? Yeesh. Any questions? Well,
Claire Wainwood.
I didn't bring one.
When you're looking at something like this, are you thinking draw for me? Or just straight
Yeah, I mean, it's again, it's personal. Seriously, if you're good at drawing the ball and the whole school goes to the right and you're not comfortable, here's my, it wasn't a big seller. My golf course strategy book was one line. Hit the shot you know you can hit. Start with that. After that, you can get fancy. But if you can't draw it or can't fade it, you just hit the shot. You can't work it into the position. Hey, and maybe tomorrow you'll be able to do that. But right now, just look at a hole. Go, I can't do that today. Maybe tomorrow will be different. But today, I've got to play with what I've got. So, what else?
How do you drop from 100% swing speed to 80% without steering the ball?
Yeah, well, that's back to my tempo thing. You've always swung kind of within yourself. Again, back when we were playing with, the strike on the driver rules back in Persimmon days. Persimmon and Ballard, if you hit the thing out the middle, it went. You necked it or towed it. It was a 220-yard shot. So that's why we had to. The most important thing was middling the darn thing. Hit the thing out the middle. Now, of course, we've got, I hate to think, 4 times the size of the sweet spot. So you get away with so much more. There's a big, again, you read a lot about hitting your driver on the upswing, which there's less guys do that on tour than you think. But and it will actually screw you up, because as I was describing, if this is a dress and you think I've got to hit it on the up, well look, I've got to do this, I've got to get my spine in a different position. Very different. So if you can do it, you can do it, but if you keep grinding on that and can't do it, boy does it mess you up. So as I showed you on that other hole, staying nice and level. Oh, I'll hit one for you that you wanted your forces. So get yourself to come up on it. So again, the most important thing, here's one. You want speed, don't you, with your driver? So you can do a little exercise to where the speed comes for you in your body. So hit balls and fire your left hip through. See where it goes. Hit another one and fire your right hip through. Right? Then do one where you swing your left lat. Put your attention on your left lat. How fast does that go through? Now do your right lat. Now do your left shoulder. Put your attention on your left shoulder. Now put your attention on your right shoulder. Right? You do that, I promise you, hopefully out of that there'll be a couple of really good ones and there'll be a couple of bad ones. Go with what was good. Agree? No, seriously, and some days you'll change. So right now, because I'm tall, I found if I did anything below that line, if my legs were too active, it changed my plane. So I split the difference eventually, like my left lat and right lat. So I would hit this one, I put all my attention in my left lat, how far can I turn it, and how fast can I turn it? Push. So I hit one, you see. So if you're swinging hard with the left side, sometimes it does the opposite. You can draw. I try and draw it with a fast left lat. Let's watch this one. Right, wide turn lat. Turn over. Good strike though, wasn't it? Nice solid strike. Now I hit one. So I know from I've been doing this, so I now do on my right lat. So turn my right lat back and swing my right lat. I know it should go help me hit a fade. So aim a little left, turn my lat through. So it's quite a good. Do that a few times. I find that quite a good cardio exercise as well. Now, when you get tired on the golf course, you know, after 14th hole, you're flagging a bit. Put your attention on that one part of your body. Give it a bit of a zip. Might make a difference. So, depending on your level of standard of where you are, you know, side hill lies are really hard work. So I know when I was very good, even at my best, sometimes I would fight the slope. If I wanted to fade this, I'd find a way to fade it. And you know what? I remember one year, moons ago, wasn't working, so I actually made the decision. Right, whatever the lie is, I'm going with that, not fight it. So this is a drawing line, so I find a way of playing a draw shot. Only when you're really good, you can manipulate. But if you're off a little bit, then you can miss-hit it and make a bigger mess of it. So go with what the slope will dictate, and as we were demonstrating, everything will swing a bit more, wouldn't it? So, and you can see by this shot, you think, well, if I miss it left, if I miss it on that blue board, that's really good. Look from here, looks like a good spot to be. So remember what we were talking about, where you aim the club face, it will hook a bit more. So if I gave it 3 yards, maybe not enough. So if I give it a tree, so I aim the club face at the tree and kind of swing pretty close to the tree. Let's see what happens. So put the club face there, and same deal, same tempo, and through. There you go. Look. A bit long, but the idea was right, wasn't it?
It's on the way.
Huh? Is that halfway? And the more loft of the club, the harder it is. It's really difficult to. I'll try one. That actually, to slice this, I really got to put the club face like just a little right of the flag, and swing left. Chop it up a bit, but you know, uphill lie, you lose a lot of distance. There we go, not bad. Any questions?
Can you show us the opposite, black?
Sure. It's obviously posture's changed, the ball is down, changes your angle, and it is more difficult to get through, isn't it? If you go so. Find it, compensate before the shot, not during the shot. So find out where this left leg wants to be to support you, and you'll find if you open up your stance as well, ouch, that hurts. Get me? But if I swap my feet, so it sounds contrary. So if I shut my feet, because basically I'm using this, I've got my weight on the left side. Now I know I can get over it. Look, I can get the club head down here. I've got to get down, the ball's below me. This fella, that tightens up my back, look at the club face. Watch, I just moved my feet. Didn't it make that much difference? So find your comfort zone again before you test it. And you're going to go through after, and if necessary, go with it. Don't hang back on this one. So I'll go with this. So I'll if it's going low, don't force anything, don't stop it. So it's going to be a low. Swing the right shoulder, half back, right shoulder through, and if necessary, chase after it. Priority, like we were on the range.
You're gonna try to play a draw here as well.
No.
You know, you're gonna go for the natural fade.
I'm gonna let the. That's tough to hit a draw. Obviously, I've got to come in. Everything's opposite, so I can say this definitely. When the ball below your feet, aim for the fade. So put the club face on the flag, but the body and club definitely going to go left. There you go. So that's. But again, this game is about address, setup. Use your legs like pistons to find. You've got to keep this the same, up above belt line. So use your legs in whatever way you've got to keep this the same, because you want the body to keep doing this. If you put your body in a different position too much, how do you then get it back to? You've hit all your golf balls here. You want to find this is your impact, not oh. So use these to build the stick. So On a golf course, you've got one go, haven't you? So 1, 2, 5. Remember what we're saying is a 3 here. 3, 4, 5. Right, gives me a clue. It's a 7-7. First guess. But it's a quite, and you can see how steep it is. Like so, 7-7 minimum. But if you had a putt like this, if you're going to miss it, you know, short is better than going long and leaving a tricky little. Then we've got to read it. So that's a good. We've got a bit of both, I think. We've got a little bit here, going right to left. So that's ready. Then that way. But it changes. It goes back the other way. Here. Tiny bit. A little bit, yeah. If you want,
3 fingers.
you come and look, well now I can see a bit more. So it's all sorts of different ways. So I like reading them from here because I look and I see it's got to come somewhere in this gate. You know, I put it a bit white. So I think to hold it, it's got to be coming through that gate. And so that gives me it's a pretty wide gate, it's pretty good.
That's good.
So I'm seeing a bit of right to left, so I'll aim on that right. What do they say, 7-7?
Yep.
Keep your head down, keep the tempo. 1-2, or even say 7-7, line it up and go 7-7. Whoa, I pushed it. Oh, first part of the day, crap. I moved my head, didn't I? So keep your eye on the back of the ball and go 7-7, 7-7. So a bit of a mystery. There's more,
Yeah.
there's less, there's just that bit, and then it does more of
Yep.
that. So, but with the distance being decent, I'm going to two-putt it, aren't I?
Right.
Any questions?
With long putts like this, are you really looking to get it into the cup, or are you looking to get it close?
Yeah, yeah.
Why not try and hold it? If you do all this calculation, I mean, have you held a putt like this before this long?
Very rarely.
But you have.
Yeah.
Go with the positives. You've done it before, so why not do it again? So if I look, I'd rather be thinking this to try and hold it. At least everything has got to click. Sure, the percentage is low, but if we went on the percentages this game, we'd give up. Yeah, seriously, you wouldn't. So you might as well start thinking. But the other important thing is you're also thinking the same all the time. Why not think, if I roll this, I look at the hole and do a really good roll, I'm trying to hold it, because when I get up to the 4-footer, you're trying to get it close, you're trying to hold it.
Hold it.
Exactly. Well, now you've changed your mind, because that one you were trying to say get it close, and then this fella says it's confusing me. So you keep thinking, and then, like I said, the great word is intention. What's my intention? To hold it. If you say to hold it, you see the ball go in. If you say I hope I hold it, or maybe I'll try my best. What do you see? Nothing. If you say, what's your intention? Hold it. I want to hold this one. Right, so that means I've got to see the line, see the back of the hole. I know I've got to line it up, left edge. At least I went in. With the right. At least I went in with the right intentions. Yeah. If you go in with the wrong intentions, then that's the hardest thing in putting, is because you're going to see so many misses. You've got to stay brutally confident or determined all day long. Any questions?
When you're nervous on the short sort of must-make putts, do you have anything to
Yeah, when you
release
get
that?
nervous, you know, the smaller muscles take over. I've missed plenty of putts, and you kick yourself when you're so engrossed with that, and all you're trying to do is move it, and you give it that, and it's a lousy stroke, and you kick it, and you know darn well, make it a rule. On the reel, you've got to move your shoulders. These do nothing, so that's why you want a grip where the hands are passive. They're not going to change the club face, and now I'm going to rock the shoulders. So as I said before, I'm either thinking, so I've been working on my left shoulder, so put my attention in my left shoulder and go down, up. Get me? Decent stroke. Or you're right-sided. Whichever one you practice, or I think right shoulder. So I get nice, set myself up, and I think right shoulder up, right shoulder down to the ball. Or left shoulder down, left shoulder up. Find the one that powers it for you. So do it with your eyes shut, on the carpet, in the dark, whatever, and you go, oh, I like that. As I was saying yesterday, watch. Give me a club as well. This will give you, so when you get the scary ones, like I was saying yesterday, set yourself up, and then if you hover and do a tiny takeaway, you want the club obviously to just go beautifully, don't you? If you use your hands anywhere, you see that, or get me? Yeah. So you want to find right shoulder, just try it. If I really just concentrate, right shoulder moves there, pretty smooth, right? Maybe I can do better. So now I have to put left shoulder ready to go, left shoulder. You know, you're looking for a fraction. One of those two, the club face will go dink, and that's the difference that makes the difference. So you find which part of your body keeps that putter face perfect. Cut there, right. See, when I do right, I pick it up. So maybe I go left, that's better. So when I go left shoulder, it went fractionally low. When I did the right, it came up. That under pressure gets magnified, and that's a miss. Well, it'll be a miss strike. So that's the other good exercise. You saw me doing the line drill where you can put a line out. I start from 5 yards, which is like my 2-2, and then every 2 yards will be one more. So 7, 9, get me 3, 4. So that's how I gauge. So I do it uphill, downhill, side hill, so I get the feel of what my little gauge works. And as I said, if it's uphill, normal gradient, you add 1, downhill you -1, but obviously it gets steeper, you've got to take 2 off that one. You watch this. 1, 2. That'd be a 2, that'd be a 3, that's a 4. Take that out, thanks. So if I went 4, 4 here, yeah, 4, 4, way too much. So we know, look how far that's gone past, so I would then know how steep this is. I only need a 2, 2 from here. You've got to trust it then. 2, 2. Then you can, see what I'm saying? So it's finding your own confidence and belief that I've only got to touch this one because, well, what is touching it? Why don't I just give it that? So, you can't measure feel, can you? You've either got it, on a good day you've got it, but when you're struggling to find feel, this is why I use this, I'm trying to help you use this little formula. You know you only got to hit a 2, touch it. How do I touch it and then believe it? What was the other thing I was going to show you? Yeah, hit putts with your eyes shut. That's another, get a dead straight putt, about 15 feet, and you know either left edge or right edge, and you line it up perfectly, and then you've got to really focus on the strike. That was out the toe. Get me? It doesn't lie. Straight. Aim perfectly and close my eyes. That was sweet. That was out in the middle. Okay, but let's find the straight bit. You know what I'm saying? If you then neck one, that was sweet. I'll try and neck one. Just get out the neck. I felt it. It wobbled. So when it sits on the left or right edge, and you know you've necked it, you can't go, oh, well, I'm so unlucky. Well, this fella, you got to. So that's a great lesson. See how many out of 10 you can actually strike in the middle of the club face. Simple exercise. You don't even have to putt to a hole. Lee Trevino would just walk on the putting green and just putt anywhere. Look at something, hit it. And all he wanted to do was strike it perfectly. He knew if he stood up and struck it square, you can feel it. Then that's all he wanted. That's all you can do. Like I was saying yesterday, how number one goal is to make the ball roll. This way, not this way.
In terms of amateurs practicing, any advice on how much time or percentage of your time you spend?
Well, yeah, I mean, go with your putter and do half an hour just on the putter in the evening. If you want to go down to the club, or just go with find your favourite pitching wedge, as I was saying, find the one, take everything down to a 9-iron and go, oh, I love this one, this bounce is nice, I think I can use this just about everywhere. Well, then go and have a half an hour with that and try everything. You know, we used to, and don't always put it on a good lie. Don't just tip, and don't always hit 20 chip shots to the same. If you're working on your mechanics, if you can't strike it consistently, work on your mechanics. I.e., this is great exercise. You're off the green, put a little circle. So I always aim, most chip shots you're aiming, you know, 1 yard on the green, and then you calculate the run. Obviously, if it's so even if it's on the back of the green. So I played with Aoki, Isao Aoki, in Hawaii, and I watched him carefully, and he was brilliant. He used the whole bag of clubs, and his goal was wherever he missed. So if he missed the green here, and obviously if the flag's there, his landing spot. He looked. This is his landing spot, 1 yard on, because he can see it. It's number one, you can see it. It's in your peripheral vision. Boom. So he would then calculate to get to that flag. I need my 54 say. Pops it on the spot. 54 perfect. So when the flag's in the middle of the green, same spot. I'm going to chip it on that spot, but it's got to go further. I do my 8-iron. I know it's going to run. If it was at the back of the green, he would take 6-iron and 4-iron. So if the pin's 35 yards on, he's still looking at this spot because you can control that. How smart is that? Rather than going, how far up do I land it in the green? Really difficult, because if you're out and you get the wrong slope, you're way out. You're 20 feet, 30 feet out. So he'd look at that spot. He knew if he jammed a 4-iron that landed in that circle, it released because he's practiced it and you know how far. So you know you can take that to science now. You get all your clubs, chip them onto the same spot on the flat green, and then walk it out. So if you take your pitching wedge and land it 5 yards, does it run 10? Let's just say, does it run 10? That'd be great to know. You've got 2-to-1 ratio. So down at the 4-iron end, it carries 5, but obviously it runs 35. Great little way of learning. So when you've got a 40-yard chip shot, I'm thinking, and you're under pressure, I haven't got a clue how hard to hit this, and I'm nervous. But you know, oh, I know if I take my 4-iron, just gently go bonk, it carries 5 yards, and I know it's going to run like stink. And I promise you, even if you mishit it, you'll end up with this as opposed to 30, 40 feet. It kills me even on tour. I watch the best in the world take a wedge out, you know, lofted wedge, on a grainy lie up a hill. If they mishit it, the pro will be 20 yards at short. I've watched guys blow a tournament that way. And that's why, you know, sometimes old school, get the right bounce, because if you mishit it with an 8-iron, it doesn't affect it anything like as badly if you mishit it with your 60 degree, obviously. So that's a fun little half an hour exercise. And I promise you get good at doing those little things. This game is all about, if you go into a shot kind of knowing what you can do, doesn't that sound so much better than, oh, what, I'm guessing, I haven't got a clue, I haven't got no idea. Complete difference, isn't it? One's luck. If it gets close, then it is luck, because you didn't have any clue or intention. But if you stood up and said, I know this, if I go, and you knock it down here or in, you go, that was what I was trying to do. All right, any more questions?
What's a good drill for striking the center of the putt face?
What? No, I just showed you. Close your eyes. You'll find it. But and if you do the same, if you find a consistent putt, and then you get the feedback, and then find a way, then it's back, then it, and then I used to have a bit of, back in the old days, I had a chunk of wood. It was a wonderful piece of Aussie wood, apparently the second hardest piece of wood on the planet. So it was a chunk of wood about that long, and I used to just put my putter up against it, so I knew what that was straight. So I was looking for like 1/2 inch inside, collect it, 1/2 inch inside. That was my stroke I was looking for. Now you can, so I can visually see it. So touch the wood and it'll come half in, perfect. So visually I see it and then I can feel it. So you get good at that, you do that 1,001 times, you put it in the same, then you can shut your eyes, boom, right out in the middle. And so then you're going to work it out. So if you're standing badly, why is it going there? Don't go, oh, I'll fix it this way. Find where you, like I was talking about yesterday, find where your knuckles hang. Now, with a bit of luck, without thinking about it, just moving my shoulders, it's, look, perfect, isn't it? Boom. I want that. I'm trying to use, so this is perfectly still. And then I'm just rocking my right shoulder, and as I said, let's do my left shoulder. It seems like it goes back a hair lower with my left shoulder, so I'm going with that. So now for today, I think then I go left shoulder down, left shoulder through, oh, pure. Found it.